Pete'sTools.com.
G'day guys, Pete's Tools here. We all going today. So you're a newbie to plasma cutting and you want to get the cheapest machine with the best bang for your buck? Well, have I got a video for you today, guys? Here are some of the machines I use, guys. Not all of them by any stretch of the imagination, but what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you the best two that Pete recommends if you're just a newbie to plasma cutting. Anyway guys, same as usual, you like my videos, subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment, come say good day in the comments below, and let's get into it. Oh, I'll give you a hint, guys. It's not this bloody one here. So I don't know if you guys are anything like me. When I first started plasma cutting, I didn't know anything about plasma cutting at all. I ended up buying the wrong machine, cost me 3 times as much as what it should have, because I believed what the salesman told me in the store when I went to buy it. You know how it is, you need this one, Pete, you don't need this one, you know, and they just point you towards the ones that are more and more expensive. But if you're just like me and you're just cutting up stuff in your workshop and you just want to hack through the old bit of 10mm every now and then, and basically you're cutting 5mm plate, or you're making trailers, or you're just repairing stuff, one of these machines on the bottom row here will be fine for that, guys. But I have my favourite 3 machines, guys, and I'll show you which 3 they are. You can't lose, and I'm talking under 250 bucks, guys. Yeah! Alright guys, let's start. We've got this with the SSIMDER Cut 50 Plasma Cutter. Would Pete recommend the Cut 50 Plasma Cutter? I'll show you, guys. This is what I think of the SSIMDER Plasma Cutter, guys. Total piece of junk. Don't buy it, guys. It's a total piece of crap. Now, if you want to see a review on that machine, how I blew all the fuses in the workshop, check in the description below. I'll put a link there. But trust me, guys, you don't want that one. Yuck. Now, the next one, guys, is the machine with the built-in air compressor, and that's an awesome machine, but it doesn't fit into our price bracket, and also it's only available direct from the factory in China, so this one's out as well. But I'm not going to throw this one away, guys. So what are we left with, guys? Well, this machine here I've had for ages. It's a good machine, but it's not pilot arc, and this is probably the most expensive machine that I've ever brought as far as the plasma cutter goes. But this was before the technology really came into effect. And we've got these 4 here. So we'll move him to one side, guys. Oh, put him over there. So what are we left with now? So that leaves us with 4 really good machines, guys. Now this one here is about 6 months old, and I think they're out of stock of this particular model, so we'll take this one away as well. So that leaves us with the Warfox machine, the Bestarc machine, and the Hynade machine. All 3 of these machines are awesome, guys. For the money, you can't go past them. Like I say, I've reviewed a lot of machines. If you want to see the in-depth reviews of these machines, I'll put links in the description. Go and check it out. I've put every one of these machines through its paces, and I've actually pushed it past what they should be cutting, and every one of them has exceeded my expectations, guys. So do I have a best one out of these 3? Well, it's hard to say, really. The Bestarc one here, if you have a look, guys, comes pre-assembled. If we have a look at the back of it here, it's already got the water trap in there, it's got everything in there, and it also comes pre-assembled with a box around the water trap, so you can't knock it off. Whereas if you look at the other ones here, you have to assemble the water trap on the back. I mean, it only takes half an hour to assemble it. I've got videos of how to assemble them. They're really easy. I mean, if I can assemble this thing, anyone can assemble it. But it's just the little bits and pieces, extra that you get that just make it feel a little bit nicer on the machine. And this Warfox one is exactly the same, guys. Got the water trap at the back here, as you can see. But all of these 3 machines, awesome. If you're starting out plasma cutting and you're used to using a bloody angle grinder or something like that, change to one of these machines, there'll be no looking back. You'll be emailing Pete and say, geez, I should have done that years ago, Pete. All 3 of these machines are multi-voltage, guys. They go from 110 to about 230, something like that. So you can put the voltage anywhere in between those 2 ranges, which is ideal if you're living in the States and you don't have access to 230 volt. But I'm here in New Zealand and we use 230 volt just as a standard. We don't have the option for 110. All of the machines are pilot arc, guys, which means that you get a pilot arc torch with them. This is an AG60P torch, and the P just stands for pilot arc, guys. The consumables to run these sort of torches are on the cheap end. They're not the cheapest, but they are on the cheap end. You can pick up about 30 tips and 30 electrodes for about 30 bucks, I think, something like that. So they're not ultra expensive at all. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll plug the torch into every one of these machines. We'll do a little bit of cutting, and I'll just show you how they all go. Yeah! So what we'll do, guys, is I'll just set it up to 50 amps because we're going to cut a piece of 5mm steel plate. I've got the post time set at about 1.5 seconds. Now post time, in case you don't know, is when you pull the trigger and you cut something and you let it go. It's the amount of time that the air comes out of your nozzle to cool off your consumables. If you can cool your consumables off pretty quick, then they last a lot longer. Anyway, let's see if this thing will cut. And don't forget, guys, make sure you put your earth lead as close to your cut as possible. Let's get into it. Here we go, guys, 5mm, no worries whatsoever. Awesome, eh? And now I'm burning my hands, yo! Yeehaw! So you must agree, guys, that was a pretty awesome cut, eh? So what we'll do is we'll change the torch over to the Bestarc machine and I'll show you what that little baby can do. Like I say, guys, it's awesome. All these torches are interchangeable, so you just go from one to the other, but all these three machines come with the same torch, which is an AG60P torch. So we'll just screw them in there. That goes in there, that goes in here, just like so. They're all three machines of Pilot Arc, like I said. I wouldn't buy anything else apart from Pilot Arc now. Under your earth goes up here. Right, now we'll get rid of this awesome little machine here, guys. Now the advantage of the Bestarc machine, guys, is you can adjust your air pressure from the front. You don't have to muck around the back of the machine. If you have your machine sitting on a shelf or something like that, then you don't want to be mucking around behind it adjusting the air pressure. Not that it's any big deal, but the Bestarc have designed it that the air pressure adjuster is in the front, which I think is awesome. Just those little extra bits and pieces, like I said before, guys. But once again, this machine is under 250 bucks. Right, we'll turn them on. Here we go. We're starting to power up now. So what we'll do is we'll set this one up to 50 amps as well, guys. Up there, 50 amps, we're running it on 220 volts here, and we'll put the post time here at about 1.2 seconds, or 0.2 seconds there. Right, guys, let's see how this machine performs. Here we go again, guys. Awesome cut, 5mm, no worries whatsoever. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll shut this one down. We'll undo our earth and move it along to our last but not least, our Warfox machine. Earth like that. Plug our main lead in here, guys. Our on-off switch on the torch in there like so, and our Pilot Arc wire in here. Once again, we're using the same earth and the same torch. But you get all this included in your machine when you buy it. Righto, guys, we'll get rid of this one. Here we go, guys. So guys, let's turn this one on. Set this one up exactly the same, guys. We'll go to 50 amps. Once again, I'm running on 220 volts, and we'll set the post time at about 1.1 seconds. Right, let's see how this baby cuts. Don't you just love plasma cutting, guys? Here we are, guys. How do you moan about that cut, eh? I reckon it's awesome. So here we go, guys. All three machines well under 250 bucks. You can see what they do. I think they're pretty awesome. Like I say, I've had some really bad machines. I've been through a few of them, and these three are coming out on top so far. If you guys want to see an in-depth review videos on any of these machines, check in the description below. I've got heaps and heaps of them. Anyway guys, same as usual, you like my videos, subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment, come say good day at pete'stools.com if you want, and see you next time.
pete'stools.com